Hello guys, and welcome to a new Codeblocks tutorial. Before we move, you should know that this will be for you the second tutorial, and it is also very important for you to know that you need this one only if you have interest in GTK, and moreover if you are interested in working with GTK3 with Codeblocks. Maybe from some of you, if you went to settings, compiler, other compiler options, you put here the package config and also on the linker setting as well at the other linker option and all those things, and then every time you created a new project you have it, and then you were working with GTK3. Now I want to show you something different, something very important which you need to know, and these things makes your job much easier. So let me introduce you to something. For this I'm going to choose the create a new project, and I'm not going to choose the console application. Instead I'm going to double click on GTK plus project. Here we are going to create something, let's say GTK minus project. I'm going to compile it. I'm going to hit next. It goes in templates, wherever. You choose the place yourself where you want to create a new project. Next, finish. At this point, if you go at the manager right here and double click on the main, you will notice that there is already a program created for you. You can compile it and run it, and works fine with no problems, which is very important. You see information and close it. That's good. Now, of course, if you want to check which GTK version does use, you say gprint and then let's say %d dot %d dot %d, and now GTK major version, you need it. The next one will be GTK minor version, it is right here, and of course the GTK micro version. Now at this point, if you compile it and run it, once that you run, you will notice the GTK version which you are working with. As you can see at this point, I'm going to hit close and you have 2.24.32. Now how would you make these changes, and how you are going to work with new GTK with the new Codeblocks together with GTK3. This depends on you. If you follow the internet with all those fast way how they are telling them, like compiling a compiler, I am telling you again, other options and linker settings. Now we are going to do something else instead. We are going to compile the Codeblocks to work with GTK3. So this, I'm going to close the Codeblocks right now. I'm going to close this one as well. Now we need to go to home, or better say you need to go to the place where you downloaded your Codeblocks in the last video, like me right here in downloads. I go inside here, and here, once that you are here in the folder where you were compiling the Codeblocks in the last video, you need to make some changes. And for this, the first thing we need to go to src right here, and then the next one you go to templates. Next one, no, sorry, I'm wrong. The next thing you need to go to plugins, scripted wizard right here. Once that you are here, the next thing which you need resource, and again you go and click on GTK, double click, and now once that you are inside here, you have two options. The first one, it is the wizard. I'm going to open the wizard.script right here, and if you scroll down all the way down until you reach this else part right here at the line, you see right here line 147 call 9, you see you have two calls of the project.add compiler option and project.add linker option, and here as you can see you have a package config GTK2. Me, I'm going to change it to 3, and of course this one as well to 3. Now I'm going to save it. At this point, if you compile it and run it again, it will work with GTK3, but I'm going to make another change, not just this one. So I'm going to go to files. It's not 100%, I'm not 100% sure that you need it, but I'm going to change this main right here, which is the code, the demo code, which you get every time you create a new project. So I'm going to remove this one right here. I'm going to remove this one as well. And of course, because all the time I'm using void, I'm going to change this one as well. Of course, the box, I don't need the box, I need a window instead of win. So I'm going to change it. Now I'm going to remove these two calls as well. You will see everything which stays here null and null. Now the window will be created, of course, which is a good thing. I don't want to use a border right here. I need a title, position. I'm going to let the position realize. I'm going to drop it. Now of course we need to change the win to window. You will understand in a second what I'm trying to do right here. Everything I'm going to remove. So at this point, what do we have? We basically create a window. We initialize the GTK. We declare a pointer, a window pointer, a GTK widget pointer, and then we initialize the GTK. Once that we do that, we create the main window, which is right here. Once that we have it, here's another mistake. We need a window. We show it, and then we run the GTK main. So basically, once that we open a new project, every time this part or this particular code should be shown for us. So let's see. I'm going to save it, close this one, and then I'm going back to close Codeblocks right here, the main folder, open in terminal, and I'm going to run make. Now of course make doesn't take so much time like before, because we did only some changes, as you can see. And next time I'm going to issue now the sudo make install, which is the password, the next thing which is needed. So that you understand, I'm only making and compiling and issuing the make install from the last video. So you really need the first tutorial before you proceed with this one, if you need to understand it. So once that is done, and it will be done in a second, you will see, you will notice, we just need a little bit more to wait until it's done. You will see how easy it is to create a new project next time when you run your code block. Like me, I'm going to do it in a second. Now watch. Now it's done. I'm going to close this one. I'm going to close this one as well, this one as well, and I'm going to run it by going to programming Codeblocks. Now let's see what happens and which changes do we have. Okay, so I'm going to create a new project. I'm going to choose GTK Project again, and I'm going to say now GTK3 minus project, next, and finish. Now watch, when I'm going to click the main, as you can see, now we have only this part of code, which is the code which we needed. I'm going to compile it and run it, and as you will see, that works fine. And now if we want to see which version we use, I'm going to do it right here, g print %d dot %d dot %d, and I'm going to say GTK major version, GTK minor version, and GTK micro version. Now let's see what exactly happens now when we compile it and run it. As you can see, now we have GTK says 3.2230, which means this is the way how you work with GTK3 and Codeblocks 20 at this point. That being said, thank you guys for watching. If you like it, please subscribe, share with your friends and neighbors, and until next time, see you guys.